So I want to see if it is possible for me or not to learn Italian language more fluently in 30 days or in 4 weeks. So I dedicated myself to learn Italian more fluently in 4 weeks, because in the last video I explained you about my learning language process or methods from my experiences, how I started a language, or cut it down in 3 main process. Perché finora io posso parlare italiano, ma qualche volta io non riesco subito a rispondere delle persone durante conversazione. That means till the date now I can speak little bit Italian language or intermediate level of Italian language, but sometimes I still stuck in conversation or not able to speak more fluently people or more engaging conversations. So that's why I decided to give a challenge, or decided to make a task for me to improve my language skills or to improve my Italian language speaking skills. So my idea and challenge was to learn Italian more effectively in 4 weeks to improve my language and communication skills, because also Professor Jordan B. Peterson quote this, that what you don't know is more important than what you know. So I believe that I can speak or learn, I know small chunk of this Italian language, and to learn more about Italian history and culture and everything about, I have to learn some more level of Italian language. That's why I choose this. And so in the first week I completed, as I told you before, the language learning process. I completed 1000 most common words of Italian language, and to make phrases, to make sentences in order to communicate with people. And number second was to apply 80-20 rule, or to learn 20% of the main chunk of Italian language that helps me in 80% of the different conversation and situations. I completed these 2 tasks, and third was the most important task, or third was the most important, I believe, that aspect in learning a new language, and that was speaking or making mistakes, or to speak with people. The most important aspect, or I believe, or I think, or I learned from my experience, to speak with people and go with the flow. That means when you speak wrong, they automatically people correct you in different situations, and nobody is here around to judge you, your communication skills or accent. So I met with so many people while learning a language, while learning Italian, and I learned so many things, so many different aspects of language from people. So while meeting with people, I met one day in conversation with English teacher who was Professor Elenor. So I met with her. She told me about different techniques and tips to learn specifically as a foreign language.
So what is the process about for anyone who would like to learn a foreign language? What are the steps to follow to learn a language?
Well, you have to remember that the first thing that everybody does when they learn a language is that they listen a lot. Everybody, when they learn their own language as children. So the first thing we have to do is really listen.
Yeah, of course.
And I have to say, since Netflix and other streaming platforms became popular, the listening level of the students that we teach at the university, the listening and speaking, because they go together, has improved probably 900%. I don't know statistically, but there's been a huge improvement. And as you know, a lot of the books only present sort of Oxford English, but if you go to England, there are so many different accents. And
this is my basically personal opinion, but I am seriously little bit scared about language learning from any school system or the same table of content and the procedure of learning a new language in around 6 months, 1 hour or more. Because I think that me or you can learn a new language, any language, in a very fun and engaging way, and it will fulfill you, and you will learn so many things. Through my language learning experience for the past couple of years, I went through from a funnel, and in this funnel I met with so many people and met different situations, conditions, and I went through a very difficult process to learn and absorb language and accent but it was also so fascinating for me for since many years to learn any foreign language. So learning Italian for me was as a challenge, and still little bit challenge to communicate or to understand the history and language. So this was the experience about. I would like to share with you my learning language experience with you at the same time as I am learning, or how you can or we can learn language, any new language, or enhance our speaking skills, because I believe that language in every situation connects you with different people, and there, so that's why speaking is the most important aspect to learn, to make mistakes, to make corrections, to make mistakes. This is the fun and real essence of process of learning a new language. So, and also there is a very famous book writer, Austin Kleon, and he wrote in his book that be mature and don't be perfect in any process. So I believe on this.